Hello everyone, it's Justine. Today I'm going to be making a beautiful card using the 4-Petal Bloom Reflection die from Spellbinders, which is part of their 4-Petal collection. Before I get into that die, I'm just going to prepare my card base. I have a A2 size card here. Then I put down some blue paper, and then I have embossed with the 3D embossing folder of the month from February with this beautiful pearlized paper from Spellbinders. So I'll link that in the description if you're interested. And let's just stick that right on with some tape runner here. I think that the 3D embossing folders have been so beautiful from this year. We have the January one, which sold out almost instantly, and now the February one, which I'm not sure if it's sold out or not, but I know it's been popular. So there's the background there. So the die is basically making a reflection. So I have one side all finished, and I'm going to go ahead and assemble the reflection onto the other side here. And you can see these beautiful crystals here, which are part of the Color Essential Gems from Spellbinders. This is the crystal mix. So they've been well loved, as you can see here, but I just think that it's so pretty to put something like that in the center of the flowers. So let's just go ahead and start putting together this piece. I'm going to put together all of the pieces kind of from the back forward, just so everything layers on nicely and I don't miss any pieces, because I have done that in the past, and once it's glued down, depending on how hard you push down, it's going to be there for some time. So I'm just going to make sure everything's where I need it to be. And having this little guide over here is so helpful. This 4-petal collection has been so fun to work with. I have already made a couple cards with the collection, and those will be on my channel here when this video is posted, so you can go ahead and check those out. I have the stamp set with the beautiful stamp sentiments and the 4-petal thank you floral as well. So if you're interested in seeing what I make with those, go ahead over to my channel and check those out as well. I also have a video that I made with the Simon Hurley collection that came out this month with Spellbinders. So if you're interested in seeing what I made with that, it was kind of fun to make some floral cards and a stained glass style of card as well. And that's from the Simon Hurley Metamorphosis collection, which I thought was really pretty. And there is a butterfly that comes with that collection as well, so if you're interested in butterflies, that is an option as well. I did not receive the butterfly this time, but I just adore butterflies, so maybe I will have to pick that up now that it is open for sale. One thing about dies that are like this, that have a lot of the small little bits and bobs that make a really beautiful finished look, is I can take a lot of my scrap paper that I have off to the side and die cut from there and not waste a lot of paper and still get some really beautiful cards. I know that, you know, the scrapped look is not everyone's jam, but you don't have to make scrappy looking cards to use up your paper scraps. So that's kind of my style, is to use what I have, but also use it in beautiful ways and not just use it to use it. With these flowers, I am offsetting them because I do want some of that dark blue background to pop out as the main flower is on the dark blue piece. That way it kind of looks like there's another layer to the flower, having it be the dark blue and the light blue. Now this piece covers up all of the dark blue, which is just fine. And it has kind of a border that goes on the edge of the petals. So we have this one, and that one's way over there. Come back here, you. So for very intricate pieces like this, I'm going to use reverse tweezers usually because the tool just fits the task. This way I can place it just so, and it won't be off of the card. I'll do the same on the other side. I did make a mistake and put down this teal piece and forgot to put on this piece. So I'm just going to hopefully remove these without damaging the top part and just slide those underneath. Luckily, I think that it won't show in the end here. Okay, the last part of my flowers I will add on. I'm going to go ahead and grab those beautiful gems and add those onto the center of the light blue flowers, because I cannot resist adding a little bit of sparkle to most cards. So on this side I used kind of the pearlized ones, so I will use those on this as well. I always like to grab my tooling one when I'm adding gems, just because it fits. I have 3 of the medium size here left, and then I will use the 2 small ones, the next smallest size, on the other flowers. It might be time for me to pick up another pack of this gem set, because I do use these gems so much that I'm now out of multiple sizes here. Which is really nice about these gem packs. There's so many different sizes that you can really put it right on where you need it. This piece alone would just be so pretty on a card like this, with maybe a thank you like this, but having 2 sides is just so pretty. Look at that. Wow. Okay, now let's just talk about the sentiment really quickly. The thank you sentiment does come with this die. Now the background pieces do not. I just took some scrap blue, white, and dark blue paper. Don't know why mine is kind of curling here, but I just matted that on behind. To add on those letters, I used liquid glue, and I tried to get them as straight as possible, but since the letters are not connected, I did have to be a little bit cautious of where I placed each letter so it would line up straight. Now I have to figure out where I'm going to put everything. I think I'm going to put my sentiment down first and then choose to put my reflection piece on, just because if there's any overlap right here, I want the floral piece to be on top. Or do I want the thank you to be on top? Oh, there's so many options here. I definitely don't want to cover up those really pretty crystals. Maybe I will have it nest kind of like that. Well, I decided that I want to have my floral pieces go on first, and then the thank you I'm going to pop up with some foam tape, just as a compromise, because I don't want to lose any of the beautiful flowers here, and I don't want to cover up anything without it looking intentional. And I think with the foam tape, it will add a little bit of a support, so it looks like I meant things to layer up. But I think if you don't want anything to layer up, if you just use the A2 size card base and not have the white piece on, that it would fit just perfectly onto your card. So to add on this die, I'm not putting glue every single place, just some of the main pieces, and going to put it on centered to the top, just leaving a little bit of white space on the top from the die on each side, and just kind of eyeballing the center, then pressing down so it sticks. I'll do the same on the other side. Now when I'm adding this one, I'm just going to use the first one as a guide to put on the second piece here, just making sure everything is about the same since it is a reflection die, making sure that everything looks cohesive. And that was pretty simple to add on. Now to add my foam tape, I will just pop up my sentiment rather quickly. I'm using this foam tape that's in a roll just because I don't want to use my foam squares for something like this, since this is a long rectangle. it would use up a lot of squares, and I don't want to use that up. I'll save those squares for little flowers or butterflies in my future. I'm even going to use my reverse tweezers for this part because I want to make sure that my sentiment is nice and straight. I've gone through all the work of die cutting and gluing, assembling, etc., and I want it to have a nice finish. Oh, that looks great. To add the finishing touch to my card, I am going to add a wink of Stella to some of the pieces and just try to put them on both sides. So if I'm adding Stella to the top part, I'm going to do it on the bottom part so it still has that reflective look, and go from there. I love Wink of Stella. I think it is just stunning to add a little bit of shine to projects without a ton of work of adding glue. It dries really quickly, and I love it. I have troubles kind of limiting myself and not putting it everywhere. So before I go too crazy, I think this is the last part that I am going to add Wink of Stella to. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this card. If you're going to pick up this die, I want to know what colors of paper you're going to use. I chose white and blue just because I think that they are a very beautiful little pair, so let me know what colors you're going to use. Anyway, if you've liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for future videos just like this. And if you haven't checked out my other videos from the floral, from the 4-petal collection, go ahead over to my channel and click those and watch those, and I hope to inspire you even more. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!